Okay, my battery died. Instead of you guys watching 30 minutes of me doing the same thing all over this, what I did was I went in with the airbrush and I kind of over exaggerated the shading where the shading would be, and then what I did, I went back into the original color of the gray that I saved, and you see here before and after. All I did was dry brush really lightly over top of the high spots and hopefully try to bring those out. I probably still have a lot more, well, not a lot, but probably have a lot more to dry brush back out. It's sort of like I did 2 steps forward, 6 steps back. I don't know, but I don't know if I can get it much better than this. I think I don't know. To me, I've been staring at it now for a few hours, so I don't know if it looks good or not now. I don't know. To me, I don't know what it looks like right now. That's the problem. So when you work on something for too long, I think you kind of lose track of whether it's coming together or not. But I think what I'm going to do now is stop it here. And then I'm going to have to do some work on the back here. But I'm going to hit the belt again, hit his pamper or his shorts again over top the gray. Maybe do some dry brushing with some blue. And then we'll see how it turns out and finally finish the emblem and do some silver on the boots. But right now I'm going to have to let him sit for a while because I've been staring at it too long. So we'll get back to the next one, the next spot. Now the back of the cape I got to go back in and do something with, and I don't know how to, just don't know how to do it. I'm not sure exactly what to do. So what I did is I went in with a little bit of this light buttermilk, and I kind of dry brushed over top where the rips will be on the cape. And I think I have to reshade the cape because I'm trying to go back in, make it look like it makes sense when it kind of doesn't, I guess. So I'm going to probably have to reshade this. I'm going to add some more of this steel blue that I started off with, just to go around the spots that I just painted again for the rips. So we're going to see how this goes. I don't know. I'm not very good with the rips, so not 100% sure if I like this or not. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to reshade this thing. Definitely gonna have to reshade it. And to reshade it, all I was doing was getting some just black paint, airbrush paint, watering it down a lot, and then attempting to shade. Just trying to work out the back here what I'm going to do. Okay, I guess can't really tell on camera, but we're gonna get some black together, and then we're gonna try to do some shading.
So in the past, I'd done some pre-shading on something, and it worked out fine. For some reason on this one, it just didn't work out. I did a whole lot of pre-shading before I even put the blue or the gray back on. So with so much going on, so much stuff is going on with the sculpt, with the rips, the tears, the stitches, the outline of the suit. I don't think I really needed to do it. So that was a lesson learned to myself for future reference, that if you got a whole lot going on, it's real busy, and your model's real busy like this is with a whole bunch of stuff going on, you don't really need, I guess you could appreciate it, but if you do, I don't think my pre-shading was opaqued out. I don't think it was good enough. It obviously wasn't good enough because I lost probably 80% of all my shading. But outside of that, man, 2 steps forward, 6 steps back, and then 4 steps forward again. It worked out okay. It wasn't bad. So here I am going into the feet, or the boots. I think the only thing that lacks in this model is the boots. They look kind of silly. Looks like he's wearing metal slippers. But here I'm going in, hitting the rivets on the boots with just that straight silver from Model Air. That's the best silver. I know I go on and on about how much I love this silver, but this silver, one coat, you're done. So I'm just hitting the rivets, getting it going, and then I go back in and I dry brush lightly over top with some more silver. So that's what I'm doing here. So what's going on here is I just did not want to make his emblem, the bat on his chest, just straight black. I'm just mixing up obviously some white and gray and add some more of that blue steel. So just personal preference. I made a way more than I needed to. So if you're ever mixing up some stuff and you're only going to coat something that's really small, just go ahead and try not to make so much. But I've always in the past, what I've always done is that I never mixed enough. So plain and simple right here, mix up what you need, do some Doc Brown mad scientist stuff, then go in and hit the emblem. So now that we're looking at the emblem, I know there's some tears and rips there on top of the bat. I don't want to go in there and put like red or nothing for blood, because I think old man Batman would have all his wounds are healed. I did go with just straight black. You really can't tell too much on camera inside those rips on the bat emblem. But as you can see right here, and we'll get to here in a second, I appreciated around the bat really heavily because I thought it was going to be kind of neat to have the shading go out from the bat emblem. But you'll see here in a minute, that probably wasn't the best idea. So let's just get right to that, and I'll show you what I mean, man, because it just didn't look right when I got done filling this bat symbol in. Okay, what I don't like, and I tried, I don't like the bat just fading out into the background. I'm going to go in with the main color and give it that pronounced bat type of, that's why the Batman was fearful, man, the bat. So we're going to go in and try to really have this bat stand out. Blend it up with my finger a little bit. Just going to try to blend it to the front, underneath the chin a little bit, just so you can see the bat, the bat emblem, I'm trying to say. Yeah, I just don't want the bat to be washed into the background. You know what I mean? I want to be able to see the bat for sure, even though people would have got the idea if I left it that way, but I just think this side looks better than that side. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to continue around like that, and that's all she wrote. So I decided to 3D print the original bat symbol, the old school bat symbol, the one I love, and I'm sure a lot of people do as well. The base that this particular model came with was just a round, generic looking base with a couple designs on top that had nothing to do with Batman. And I think the reason why is because it's not a licensed Batman, which is cool. But I decided to switch the base up, and we got to cut these pegs off the bottom of his feet. Now, I don't know yet. I think I'll probably just hot glue him down or put a peg in, but I doubt that as well. Because I'm kind of afraid to set him in a cabinet, and if the cabinet's bumped, he may fall over. But he pretty much stands up thanks for that cane, but we'll see.
We're going to use this yellow from Citadel. And last time I used this, I was surprised how well it went through the gun. I got it thinned down with some distilled water. And we're just going to go down and make sure we opaque this yellow part out. Well, now that I have the yellow all done and complete, now it's the daunting task of going in and black border with a black bat. So instead of recording that and you guys watching me painstakingly go around all these little curves in black without touching the yellow, possibly, I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, everything's done. The bat symbol's done. I'll show you that, guys. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's do it again. Okay, we're wrapping up Old Man Batman. The bat symbol's done. Here's the Joker's cane. My daughter picked out a nice gold for me. I want to go with a gold cane because I was going to do the Joker's face and the makeup, but I thought it would look too comical, even though he's a funny looking Batman. But we're going to go with the gold. We're going to do some dry brushing here. So we're going to see how this goes.
Me and my daughter went to Hobby Lobby and Michael's. End up getting this at Michael's. She picked this color out for the gold. It worked out fine. It worked out great, I think. I was going to come in with another coat, but I figured, no, if Old Man Batman was really that old and banged up, he's not going to clean the cane. And I didn't want to make it, I think I said in the video before, I didn't want to make it the Joker's face, but there we go. There's the cane. I think it turned out great. And here's the bat symbol. Real straightforward and easy. Turned out really nice. And now let's check out before and after Old Man Batman. So there he is, Batman, Old Man Batman. When I did this 3D print, I told myself after I was getting done doing all the multiverse figure line, and customization and stuff, I'm not doing Batman again for a long time. So when I saw this, I thought it was just so funny that I had to print it and do it because it just looks so weird and funny. His proportions are all out of whack. His cape is too short. It just looks funny. But like I said, this space I think makes it look so much better. Because if he's Old Man Batman, he's got to have the old school bat symbol. I'll put these in a created playlist, and I appreciate you guys watching, and I appreciate the support, and I appreciate if you've been hanging around or if you just came to the channel. I'll probably bore you again with one more video with Old Man Batman. Maybe I'll put the bat symbol behind the bucket, the popcorn bucket bat symbol behind him. Maybe change the lights up a little bit and do some fancy camera work, if I can even pull that off. Okay guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one.